Now, if you'll just follow along with me, I'll lead you through the typical order of services. And this may or may not be exactly what you had in mind, but let me explain to you why most families choose to have these services in this order. All of these services apply to both traditional burial as well as cremation. Many times families tell us that they don't want to be a burden by having a service, when in reality, they are sometimes creating more of a burden on their families and friends by not having a service. It's all about creating a meaningful experience for those left behind. Let me illustrate. First, the viewing is often considered the most healing part of the process, whether it is open or closed casket, because family members have the opportunity to say their last goodbyes. At this point, it's very important to remember that the rituals associated with the funeral are, well, for the living. Next, there is the funeral ceremony, allowing your friends and loved ones the chance to celebrate your life and the influence you have had on their lives is one of the greatest gifts that you can give them, formal or informal. This could take place at Forest Lawn, perhaps your own place of worship, even in the outdoors, or even at home. Finally, there's a committal service or graveside service. It may take place at the gravesite or mausoleum or even the ocean side, allowing further closure for your family, a memorialized place for them to be able to visit. See, seeing the place where their loved one is buried often brings some finality to this process for the family, assuring them that their loved one is actually there. We've got several parks throughout Southern California, all of which offer a beautiful setting for this type of service. Afterward, many families will have some kind of informal gathering to share a meal or share some memories of their loved ones. Now, in my family, this is where the really good stories get told. Now, here at Forest Lawn, for memorialization, we place beautiful bronze tablets. This gives families a formal place to go and pay their respects from time to time. It's simply, a quiet place to reflect on the past experiences of a life shared. Now, picture the person who is in charge of your arrangements sitting here. Now, when these steps are handled in advance, as we have talked about, the people who are left behind are allowed to get on with their lives in a healthier, happier way. Your loved ones aren't wondering, is this what he really wanted? Did I spend too much or did I spend too little on these arrangements? And for the majority of the families that I meet with, once we have everything written out and the roadmap planned, they want to know, based on the type of funeral service I've selected, what would something like that cost?